Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Hatsune Miku Project Diva F2nd. Obvious question that needs to be asked pretty much immediately. Have you played Project Diva F? If you haven't, go buy that instead, it's probably cheaper somewhere. If you have played it, did you enjoy it? You should probably buy this because it's exactly the same game. Well, not exactly the same. Admittedly, they have made some slight tweaks, improvements, what have you, but it really is the same game. So, let's just take a quick look around, shall we? Menu's a bit different. I don't actually like this menu. It takes a longer time to get to anything. I mean, it's only a couple of seconds, but those couple of seconds actually can matter. So go to the game options immediately and change your star target controls to stick, because it is really, really annoying trying to do it on the touchscreen or rear touchpad. You can also calibrate your button timing here to help compensate for the lag on the display or just your own general shittiness. You can turn on cross-save, autosave, and here's where you turn the subtitle options between organizations of Japanese and actual English lyrics. You probably want to go and change that immediately. You've also got your sound options, and there's your calibration right there, and a manual save. Pretty simple, easy to understand stuff. So I'm gonna go through all the parts of the game that aren't the song bit before I go to the actual song bit, because this is how I just do things. AR won't bother showing off, but basically it's exactly the same as it was in the last game. You can pick a virtual stage, or you can just point your camera at something and have Miku do a dance, or any other of the Vocaloids do a dance on any sort of background that you have in mind. Records, where your high scores are kept. Pretty sure this is also online leaderboards. Other is your options. Network and edit mode. You use edit mode to share videos to share sort of dance routines and stuff to the network, which you then download and play. But unfortunately, I can't actually show this off because they've actually made it an add-on in Project Diva F2nd. I'm not 100% sure why they did that. But yeah, I can't actually go and get that add-on right now because I'm playing this before the game actually comes out. So I can't actually get to that. So we have the shop. Loading screens are random assortment of fan artwork as always, or at least I'm pretty sure that's fan artwork. So you got 3 different things you can buy here. You can buy modules and customization items. Modules are simply full-on costumes. And if you buy these costumes, they'll often show up in specific songs. And you can buy costumes and accessories for any Vocaloid in particular. There was only one that I've unlocked so far, and I've got it, and I bought it already. You can also buy skins, which change what the game looks like. Well, what the game interface looks like when you're playing a song. That's pretty obvious. And you can also buy things like room themes and sets of furniture and stuff like that. Actually, I'll buy one just so I can show off some of the customization, because that's what I do. And you can also buy gifts. And these gifts, when given to the Vocaloids, have different effects. Probably won't bother buying any other gifts, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea of that. So let's go and hop into the Diva room. Loading times seem a little better at the very least. At least compared to Project Diva F1. Do we just call it Diva F or Diva F1? Because, yeah, either way, that's a bit confusing. Alright, so I can't actually give her pets yet, which is a bit of an oddity. They seem to have increased the time limits between specific actions that you can do in Project Diva F2nd. So, the idea with the Diva room is that you can tap on them to communicate with them. This usually involves rubbing their head until they're happy about it, but if you try and do it when she doesn't want it, it feels kind of creepy. Also, it makes it really hard to actually level up the relationship with the characters in any sort of meaningful fashion. And by that I mean you can't really get to like level 2 without 3 or 4 visits back here, which is a bit strange. So anyway, we're going to give Miku a gift and see if it sets off any sort of event. So yeah, that was just a tiny event. You get them for giving the Vocaloids specific items. I already have a few here. This little event collection shows you all the events you've already unlocked. I've got 5 of them. What? I don't know why it shows these events so much. I swear, these come up out of nowhere. Like, I could be giving Miku random gifts and then she'll just immediately start smelling the flowers I bought her earlier, which is a bit of an oddity. Although, the events do turn out differently at some points. So, you can also remodel these rooms with different objects and different themes and stuff like that. So as you can see, it all looks just that tiny bit different now. And you can also place different placeable items, and some of these actually do have effects. Like, for example, the Bikuri Miku Felt Doll has no real effect, but you can actually interact with some of the objects in the room. Was this an event? Usually it doesn't stay wide for this long without setting off some sort of event. Oh, never mind. You can actually interact with some of the stuff. What was the button I had to use to do this again? Gadgets, here we are. So you can use some of these gadgets here to do specific things. Like, you can use the jukebox to listen to music while you're in here. You've got a kitchen timer and an alarm clock, which is pretty obvious. You've got the art gallery, which shows you different pictures. So as you can see here, shows you the artwork. Loading times are annoying. Always so annoying. And you've also got the TV as a gadget, which I argue is actually the most useful gadget. Because it allows you to watch any of these songs that you've unlocked and actually watch them with the English subtitles without actually having to play the game, which is pretty nice, being able to actually do that, because playing these songs and expecting to be able to watch the lyrics at the same time you play is pretty much impossible, so yeah. Anyway, we are pretty much done here. There is the obvious customization system where you can apply different accessories to different Vocaloids and they can all look fairly different. Not really that much. I'll be able to show that off actually in a minute, but I don't really feel the need to show it off. It's pretty obvious what I mean when I say you can customize how they look and their different themes and stuff like that. So let's just leave. You do also have the ability to swap rooms between Vocaloids. And every different Vocaloid has a slightly different personality, but don't really need to show that off. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just dress them up and their rooms up however you like and try and get all those events. It's basically Dollhouse. This entire game is basically Dollhouse. Keep pressing down and goes like 3 options across. I don't know why it does that. So let's actually go and have a look at the actual rhythm game part of the thing. So you got your 3 options here, your tutorial, your edited songs, but we'll just be going straight to rhythm game. Now, you might be wondering why I have so many songs done on easy. Well, here's the thing. They actually upped the base difficulty for the normal songs so that they're actually kind of difficult now. It's fairly silly. Like, I'll play a song on normal just to see if I can actually survive while talking about how the game works. Just for those people who don't really know how Miku works as a thing and missed my other one. But yeah, they've made this a fair bit harder. And you've also got hard and extreme modes. Funny thing is, hard and normal feel around the same difficulty, except hard just makes you use more buttons at one time, which is a bit of an oddity. So you start a song and you can have different... You can customize the Vocaloids that appear in there, I should say. So if we go to customize... You can choose which Vocaloid is going to be in this song, what they wear, their accessories. You can even change the game skin. So I'll set it. I'll keep it on the default skin, and if I remember, I'll swap it to Miku with cats. I don't have any... Can I swap? Yeah, I probably could, but for the purpose of demonstration, we'll keep her roughly the same. You can also watch the video of the song from here, and you can also go have a look at the unlockables. The unlockables are just different things that you can buy. They unlock... It's basically just a list of crap you need to do in order to get stuff. And as you can see, there are a lot of unlockables to unlock. Which is nice. At least you have a lot to do, I'll give it that. For a game that is practically a virtual dollhouse with a singing component on the side, it's at least not terrible about how it handles the sort of collectible sense of thing. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can go and get. Lots of accessories, lots of things for your Diva room. Pretty obvious stuff here. You just got some assists and some challenge items. And you can also change what sound the buttons make. I don't actually use any sounds because they don't help very much. They're just more distracting than anything else to me. But for the purpose of demonstration, I'll put a button sound on so you can at least hear how it sounds, and then I'll turn it off. So here we go on the song. So yeah, this is Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. You press a button as it gets over the icon and press it on a good timing, you get a lot of grade points. Press the wrong button or press it with a bad timing and you get less grade points or no grade points at all. There are long notes. And there are notes that require you to press in 2 directions at once. I swear they made this harder. It's not just me sucking. I do suck, I admit this. Sometimes you got technical zones. If you get through them without missing a single note, you get a big point bonus, but it's quite hard to do that. They also introduced those star lines to prevent people from just spamming star like you could in Project Diva F1. So, did you hear that? There was nothing particularly wrong with that. It just sounded really robotic. I mean, I probably picked a really bad song to demonstrate this with, but sometimes the singing sounds really good, and then there are just points like that where it's like really robotic, and I can't figure out exactly why, but bloody hell, I've just completely lost control of all my faculties. This is not good. And near the end of pretty much every song, there was that chance time that you saw, which is basically just a massive excuse to try and get as many points as possible. And I did fail that pretty massively, so I'm going, should I drop it back to easy? I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe I should use one of those assist items and up how much time I have to press the buttons, because it's kind of hard to talk and play this game at the same time. Jesus. Actually, you know what? I'll go and play a song on hard next, because I swear there really isn't that much difference between the difficulties, except for there being just a different amount of buttons to use. Let's see. What can we go with? Yeah, this'll do. Actually, no, I should pick a song with a different Vocaloid. Do I have anything like that? Oh, this'll do, I guess. Tells you how many unlockables you have left to get on that song on the song select screen, which is pretty nice. So let's just... Yeah, that's weird. Could you hear the button sounds? Because I did set them, I couldn't hear them while I was playing for some reason. Don't know why that isn't available as an option by default. That kind of sucks. Let's see. Alright, we'll get extra leeway. And we'll give this a shot, shall we? So, one of my biggest problems with Project Diva F that they didn't actually fix in F2 was that sometimes the backgrounds can appear really, really bright and can actually distract from trying to find what note you have to press next. I can't remember off the top of my head what song would be the best to demonstrate this with. But it does happen sometimes, and it does happen a fair amount of time. I would have liked to have seen just a simple option to let the background be dimmed by a specific amount so that it wouldn't get in the way of the notes that much. At least the backgrounds are nice to watch, but you don't really want to be paying that big of attention to them while you're actually playing the game. Being able to darken the backgrounds a bit would be quite nice. Although if you're looking for a bit more challenge in your Hatsune Miku games, I won't argue, this is definitely a step up from Project Diva F1. And they did make a noticeable improvement to the difficulty curve. I haven't played every song yet, but they definitely improved the curve. Oh, please tell me that wasn't the end of the song. I was so close. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God, that sucks so bad. 79.9 out of 80 grade points. That is the most disappointing thing imaginable. So goddamn close. Ah, dude. And there's a bird going off outside. Another... God, do I want to keep going on normal, or do I want to drop it back so I can actually successfully finish a song for once? Because this is... I'll put it back on normal, and I'll turn that assist on again, and we'll see. And we'll see just how well I can handle it. That bird needs to shut the fuck up. I don't think we'll bother with customization. We'll just go straight onto this song. The rhythm game portion does work fine. I will admit that I have some problems with my hand-eye coordination, and it just makes the game harder than it has to be for me. But I just have to say that I feel exactly the same way that I did before with Project Diva F in regards to the song library. At least with what I've played, and I can't imagine the last, 10 or so songs. There's like 40 in this game. And there's also DLC coming. And I've played about 27 of them. But I haven't found any particular songs that I would call amazing. Now, before you jump down my throat in the comments, don't get me wrong. Every song here is nowhere near offensive. They're all at least fun to listen to. I'm just not that into it. Oh, I can actually hear the sound effects now. I wonder why I couldn't hear them before. I just don't synergize. Is that... No, that's not, definitely not the word I'm looking for. I just don't like these songs as much as I do, say, the library of Sidus Lambda or Technica Tune or Muse Sync. I just don't enjoy it as much as those games. They definitely aren't bad to listen to, and the background stuff is well done, and even the fact that, I mean, I have to say, at least the game's got a good thing going about its consistency, because I haven't been able to tell which one of these are remakes from the previous Hatsune Miku games that came out on PSP, and which ones are brand new songs altogether. I can't tell the difference between them, so they did a good job with integrating the old and the new into a fairly consistent library. I just don't sync with it as well as I do any other game. And of course, this leaves my opinion to be pretty much exactly the same as it was before on Project Diva F. It's a well-made, at least fairly enjoyable dollhouse combined with a song bit. A song bit. That's pretty much the best thing I've got to say about it. It's a good dollhouse. A fun rhythm game. It has slight improvements over Diva F1. I just don't sync with it. The fact they increased the base difficulty doesn't really help that much with matters either. Just barely made that. Jesus Christ. I'm not slagging the game off because it's hard. I just don't enjoy Hatsune Miku as much as any other sort of rhythm game. It's not bad. It really isn't. It's just... It's more of the same. It really just does feel like more of the same game, and Well, I mean, I know there are a bunch of people that would absolutely love more of the same Miku and more of the same other modules, but me, I don't. I really just, I'd prefer to be playing Sidus Lambda, Technica Tune, or Musync over this. Do we have a different skin? Oh yeah, we do. Miku with cats. So let's go get it. Let's use our different skin, shall we? Actually, is there anything in the shot for Megarine Luca? Is that how you say that? Probably not. Modules. Do we have anything interesting here? It really is just a dollhouse with a singing portion strapped onto it. Ah, screw it. And there's a lot to do, a lot to unlock, a lot to level up in the dollhouse part. There's a lot of high scores to beat, and when the edit module comes out, you can turn it into even more of a dollhouse where you can make them sing to your own music videos. Although I can't imagine 3 of these Vocaloids singing something like Blind Guardian. That would be bloody insane. Someone do that, actually. Do that, record a video of it on YouTube and make me laugh. And I just have to point out the DLC plans for this too while my mind's on it. They're going to have a $30 song pass and a $70 costume pass. $70 of accessories and costumes and stuff like that. That's insane to me. I don't know how in their right mind they could make something that expensive. It's kind of nuts. So, you know, at least you'll get the support. So really, what do I think of this? It's good enough. But if you haven't played Project Diva F1 yet, they're probably going to put it on discount or something because of bloody squid. I don't even know. They're probably going to put Project Diva F1 on sale. Or at least make it cheaper because Project Diva F2 is coming out. If Project Diva F1 is cheaper and you haven't played Project Diva before, I'd suggest you'd go and get that version first. Then if you like Project Diva F, come get this one because, you know, it's the same thing and your save data actually imports to a point. I actually didn't re-download Project Diva F to test that. And of course, fans of Hatsune Miku and just Project Diva in general are probably going to want to pick this up immediately, like the second it comes out. And for that, I wouldn't blame you. It's more of the same, except slightly better. And you do get 40 songs with it, and like, I can justify $1 a song. I can understand why $1 a song is at least decent value. Especially since you're encouraged to play it several times to make your dollhouse a little better. Just be wary for those of you with like vision difficulties like I do, or at least I have. I'm not blind or anything, but my vision's not that great. So I can actually get really easily confused by the bright backgrounds, and so it can be hard to see what I'm gonna have to hit next sometimes. So be wary of that if you don't have that great vision, if you're not that good at determining different elements. So at least it doesn't feel like they're really stealing your money. You never know, you might even, like, get into the song customization, or whatever the hell they want to call it, where you can change how the Vocaloids dance and stuff to whatever song you want to put into it. At least I did a fair bit better this time. So that was a look at Project Diva F2nd. If you wanted to see me have a quick look at the edit module, or whatever the hell I want to call it, where you can, like, basically edit the music video, you can go take a look at my Project Diva F video, because I showed off that version of it there, but I can't show it off here. It really isn't bad, it's just not my thing. And you probably don't want to go buy it unless you know if you like Diva or not. And it's probably easy to figure out if you like Diva if you go play Project Diva F at a cheaper price. I still have my Japanese copy here. Oh well. So this has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.